We welcome you guys in here, Redbirds live from the sophomore tournament in Murfreesboro. I'm Garrett Smith, joined by Quincy King. Wanted to get you on here real quick, because we got West Frankfort Redbirds and the Johnson City Indians coming up next. But a good finish here, 55-55, 8 seconds left between Vienna and Cesar Valier. Vienna with the basketball, just 5 seconds, and a whistle underneath. 4 seconds left in the contest. We watched some good games before our game over here, both days.
Yeah, we've been pretty lucky to come here with some good games beforehand and getting ready to watch ours.
See if we get a buzzer beater. I think we're headed to overtime unless something crazy here. Desperation heave. Looked good for a long time, just came up short. 55-55 going to OT. We'll run you our ads and we'll come back with some more coverage. Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. Wallace Industrial in West Frankfort.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Tennessee, Indianapolis, Ohio, Illinois, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Please feel free to contact us for any management needed for your property. Feel free to reach out with any questions to Bobby and Iris Kazadi. With an award-winning body shop right here in West Frankfort, Illinois, Wicks is your hometown Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealer. Come out and visit us in person or online at gregweeks.com. Your hometown dealership, right on the price, right off I-57. Kids Corral Incorporated, celebrating 25 years serving the children and families of Southern Illinois. Owned and operated by Gina King and Kristen Cass. Kids Corral in West Frankfort. Redbirds Live, brought to you by the partners of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, including former West Frankfort High School dual sport standout Lance Brown and fellow West Frankfort alumni and veteran Matthew Caraway. The law firm of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates are proud members of the West Frankfort community and proud servants of all of Southern Illinois. Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's Auto, Home, and Life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort. Contact Power Wash Plus for a free quote on all your residential or commercial pressure washing needs. Professionally operated and fully insured. Call Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505 for more information. That's Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505. Howell Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Howell Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 937-4000. Make light work of everything with Honda's top-of-the-line family of Pioneer 1000 side-by-sides. All models sport a best-in-class engine and an exclusive 6-speed automatic dual-clutch transmission. Then there's the 1005 models, equipped with Honda's quick flip seating that seats up to 5 passengers. Find your next Honda Pioneer today at Bill Galatich Honda in West Frankfort. Experience a taste of Mexico at La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant. We have the best food and drinks for the whole family to enjoy. See you tomorrow, amigos. E.R. Brown Furniture has been providing West Frankfort and Southern Illinois communities quality furniture for 109 years. E.R. Furniture has the largest selection of Lazy Boy furniture and can help you find your next recliner, sofa, or love seat. E.R. Brown Furniture can provide delivery and set up to your home as well. It's E.R. Brown Furniture, downtown West Frankfort.
The city of West Frankfort is proud to support the students of Frankfort Community High School. The future is in the youth of our community. Go Redbirds. People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois since 1909.
We believe that great customer service along with a wide variety of products will meet all of your banking needs. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
McDonald's, family owned and operated. Moreland Bishop McDonald's has 21 locations to serve you.
The West Frankfort Aquatic and Activity Center are proud partners of Redbirds Live. Come check out our heated indoor swimming pool, fitness center, and basketball gym. Stop by for a visit, or you can contact us at 618-937-1665.
Okay, we got a minute and a half left here in OT, and Vienna retakes the lead, 59-58 over Cesar-Valier. We thank you guys for tuning in here in our pregame coverage, which has overlapped with this game in overtime between Vienna and Cesar-Valier, and Vienna's up by 3. When we walked in the gym, they were down double figures.
Yeah, they poised a good comeback late in the third quarter and took the lead here in overtime.
Yeah, really good effort from the Eagles. Under a minute left. Leading it by 3. Looking for a stop. The loser's going home. The winner plays Heron Saturday. They flipped this game on its head. As always, our pregame coverage brought to you by Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort. Thank all of our sponsors here this season that's been with us this winter. And today's matchup that we'll have is the West Frankfort Redbirds and the Johnson City Indians. Both teams coming off a loss on that opening Saturday. JC lost to Carterville in a comeback effort that was a little short. That was the game we got to watch before Frankfort played and got beat up by Chester. Vienna leading this one by 5, but Frankfort's got to have better energy coming into this game against Johnson City coming up, or else they're going to go 2 and done and get out of here.
Yeah, usually teams lose that first day and they come into these Monday games and be thinking, let's not go in this. There's not much worth playing, for a consolation championship, but it means a lot more to show that you can persevere after a loss on day one and come back win a few games. These games definitely matter, and you got to come out a lot better energy than you did on Saturday. It was a disappointing effort from West Frankfort, and I expect better. I expect better tonight.
Vienna looking to close this thing out. They're up 7, down to 15 seconds, or a little over that, 16 seconds after the basket there, 65-60. Vienna now over Cesar-Valier by 5. Yeah, it's been a good comeback effort here. We'll get you the Redbirds and Indians coming up after this one. And then on Saturday, we've got 3 games, guaranteed 3 games. We got 2 o'clock, 3:15, and 4:30. And in that order, that's the third place game, the consolation championship, and the championship. If Frankfort wins tonight, we'll also have the game prior to that at 12:45. So could be looking at 4 games on Saturday, but we're guaranteed 3. And it's some good teams coming down the stretch. I was really impressed with. I liked Pinckneyville's efforts the other day when we watched them. We didn't get to see some of them early games, but Nashville and Breese Central are going to be strong. We got to see a brief few minutes of DuQuoin, and they looked pretty solid. How about Murphy only giving up 16 to Trico? It's going to be some good teams playing Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. Some of them sophomores definitely probably they're going to be over there watching their team in the sectional at the varsity level, and they might be feeding off their energy coming into this tournament. So they might be a pretty dangerous team to look after. Pinckneyville's got they got a Lar, very tall kid. He's hard to guard. Especially with how much size he's got. And Carterville, they seem like they got a pretty balanced scoring attack with them. There's definitely some teams in there where it's going to be tough to win this thing. There's a lot of good teams in it.
Yeah, let's flip the script to the varsity levels. This one's 65-60, Vienna at the line with 14 seconds left, looking to close it out. Got any predictions for this week? Some games coming up, some big ones. We're going to go to a few of them. Uh, Benton and Trenton on Wednesday. Tomorrow at that same sectional, we got Breeze and Massac County. 1A, we've got some good games. I'll pull it up, but who's your favorite out of that Benton sectional?
I'd be lying to you if I didn't expect a Bree Central and Benton Ranger matchup in the championship for the sectional. I think it'd be a very good game. I I think Tuesday, Wednesday will be good games too. Massac's coming up, and they're looking to prove something. They won the regional at home. Come to Benton, you have to play a really good defense with Bree Central. That's gonna be really tough to come out. They're rocking and rolling right now with their defense. I don't know much about Westland. You know, Going off records, you could tell, they're a pretty good team. That I think Ben will take that one. I think Central, and it's going to be that kind of matchup for the championship game. And I'm really intrigued to see what kind of game that will come out to. But it's kind of my prediction for. I'm really not sure who win that game.
Yeah, at 1A level, we got Waltonville and Meridian tomorrow at NCOE. Wednesday, the second semifinal of that sectional. Goreville and Waterloo. We'll see. Goreville's been running through the postseason down here. We'll see if a team from a little further up north can, you know, cause some issues there. But and then 3A, I'd like that Mount Vernon's still hanging around. It's tough to advance in the 3A to win a regional, so I mean they really had to get after it. Um, they get to play, which will be a fun matchup at Triad, East St. Louis and Mount Vernon Wednesday night. That'll be a good ball game. The first semifinal will be tomorrow. Will be Highland and Centralia. So a couple South 7 schools with chances. Vienna ended up wrapping this one up 66-60. They knock off Cesar-Valier, so they move on. They'll play Heron on Saturday at 11:30. Winner of our game, Frankfort and Johnson City, plays the winner of Steelville and Trico. So you got to win to keep playing at this point.
Yeah, losing's not an option anymore unless you're an underclassman. You don't really care that much, and you think you got next season. Yeah, you can't be losing to this level. And how deep in the postseason do you want to go is the main question you got to start asking yourself when you're playing
Needed us to show
against
up.
these playoff teams. Every matchup from here on out, when you get to the sectional, it's no easy games. It's battles every night.
Yeah, and I mean, Johnson City's going to come in here in this game, I feel like, anyways, with a little bit of frustration. And they worked their way all the way back from that deficit against Carterville the other day, and I think got it down to 1 point when it was around 18. And Carterville was kind of taking them lightly, to put it, mildly, and they're kind of jacking around out there late in that game. And Johnson City said, "All right." I said, "Let's go." And there was plenty of time. They came back. Seemed like they had a shot to win it. They weren't able to do so, and Frankfort better be ready because I expect the Indians to be.
Yeah,
It's team coming in that wants to rebound, and Frankfort should have that same mentality.
yeah. I mean, it was impressive what they showed late in the game against Carterville on Saturday. I mean, I think a lot of people in the gym were kind of counting it out and kind of think Carterville was just going to roll onto a easy victory. 10 plus points. Yeah, but like you said, you can't expect to take any game lightly, especially when you're playing tournament level basketball. You got to come to the game. You got to play 4 quarters, and John City with a good representation of if you don't play a full 4 quarters, we're gonna make you hurt for it. It's just that they didn't end up on top of that game. They easily could have. Carterville, started playing a little more aggressive again and kept that lead from them taking it over and getting it out of hand for a John City win. That's why they're playing here on Monday. But it's going to be a tough game against John City tonight. It's not going to go easy. Redbirds are really going to have to come out and play if they want to get a win over tonight.
Yeah, what are your keys on the court for Frankfort going up against the Johnson City here tonight? What can they work on within the lines here to find a way to make it to that final Saturday? It's your keys to the game. It's brought to you by Weeks in West Frankfort.
And I say it all year. I mean, you got to start with taking care of the basketball. I think it's a big mental thing with West Frankfort is turning the ball over way too much. It's always one or two turnovers and then getting our heads, and we just keep doing it over and over. Keep making the same mistake twice. Keep doing bad habits. That's one thing Frankfort cannot do. You can't give over the ball 16 times in a game and expect to win the game pretty comfortably. when you play teams who can take care of the ball, they're going to make you hurt every night. Another thing is West Frankfurt's terrible on just one and done offensive possessions. It's one shot goes up, everybody's looking. There's no urgency to go and rebound the ball or try to get another effort at the rim. And you know how hard it is to win games when you're only getting one possession every time down offense. That's got to look a lot better. So main two things I think you should be working on right now is just rebounding and taking care of the ball. And there's simple things to do when you put it on a point of getting from point A to point B. But you got to work on those things right now, and if you want to give yourself a chance to win.
Yeah, tournament look or an outlook real quick from what we've had here in the scores today. It's 51-43. Heron beats Hamilton County. In that game, you just saw Vienna 66-60 over Cesar Valier in overtime. So the tournaments end for both Hamilton County and Cesar Valier. Heron and Vienna play again 11:30 on Saturday. And winners from last Saturday, they get back in action on this upcoming Thursday. Some good games from 5, tip-off at 5 going up to 8:45 tip-off. Nashville and Breeze, Waltonville and Pinckneyville, Carterville Chester, and then DuQuoin Murphy. Um, and then as we mentioned, Frankfort and Johnson City winner gets the winner of Stillville Trico, and the two losers are going home. Um, Frankfort's really struggled scoring, and I think they've got to find some options offensively. They looked out of sorts the other day, didn't know who to go to when they needed baskets. I think it goes without question. Um, it's got to be the guys that are used to doing that, and I think a leader has to be a guy in Quentin Osborne.
I mean, yeah, with how much varsity time he's had all year, it's a role he's got to step into. He's expected to come to this tournament, sophomore freshman tournament, and he's got to be the guy. He's got to show out, and that's just an expectation of him from playing varsity all year. You know, to these guys, he is the guy on this team, and he's got to play up better, a lot better tonight than he did on Saturday.
All right, it's time for the starting lineups brought to you by Sam C. Mitchell and Associates. For Johnson City, it's number 2, sophomore Brody Watts. Number 11, sophomore Trey Johnson. Number 14, sophomore Caden Koenig. Number 35, sophomore Carson Murrah. And number 44, sophomore Logan Moore. For Frankfort, it's number 3, freshman Chris Samples. 21, sophomore Cannon Cass. Number 33, sophomore Will Scales. 35, freshman Nick Hefner. And 51, sophomore Quentin Osborne. We're underway, and Frankfort begins with the basketball. And those starting lineups brought to you by Sam C. Mitchell and Associates. We are ready to go from the sophomore tournament in Murfreesboro. 15 seconds in, Samples with the basketball for the Redbirds. Here's Scales, lobbing underneath. Osborne out of his hands, and it's a quick turnover. Johnson City with a basketball, and it'll be Johnson walking it up. Swings it right to Watts, and it's knocked out by Cass. 30 seconds in, Johnson City will keep the basketball. Into Johnson. Johnson to the top, kicks out left side. Koenig with the ball. Top to Moore. Moore swings right side Johnson. Down to the hands of Murrah. And back Watts through the lane with the right to the goal. Banked it in. 2-0 Johnston City. 55 seconds in. And they're going to get a foul here against the Indians. It's going to be on Koenig trying to jump the passing lane. He jumped right into Osborne. First either side. So it's the first personal on Caden Koenig. Osborne in the corner. Gives it top to Scale. Swings to Hefner. Hefner off the dribble to the goal with the left. And he gets 2 off the glass.
Good move by Hefner. I'd like to see a lot more of that.
And he never got it going the other day. We wanted him to get some looks, and they never could get that going as Frankfort fell behind early and never recovered. 2 apiece here. Top 3 ball on the way. Banked in for Murrah. He's able to bank it off the board, and it still swirled around the rim and still went in. 5-2 and a Frankfort turnover.
Yeah, that's one of those shots where you're like, man, how did that go in?
Right side. Koenig gives it up. Here's Murrah. Now Watts. Watts one dribble, picked it up. Back to Murrah. Off the dribble, left to the goal, to the goal. He's fouled going up. 6 minutes to go in the first. And Murrah's going to the line to shoot two. And that's going to be the first on Cass. Team first. First free throw, no good. Second one off to the right. No good as well. Five-two, your score. Frankfurt with the ball. Top is Hefner. Swings to Osborne. Around the perimeter, back to Cass. Cass at the point. Looks, gives to Samples. Shot up, one and done. 5-2, still your score. Knocked free. Here comes Cass the other way. Up ahead, Osborne. Working right. Kicks it out, Scales. Now Hefner, and Frankfurt's just going to have to go into their offense. It's one where you got to try to push it at the basket.
Yeah, you know, go and, if it's not completely open, go and try to draw a foul or something. Let's go to the line, get some two free shots.
Scales, right block. Missed his short, and he's going to go to the line to shoot two. Foul is on Logan Moore, his first, team second. Scales is going to shoot two. First one good. One more for Will Scales. Free throw on the way. No good. He splits the pair. 5-3 Johnston City with 4:40 to go in the first. Bob in. Here's Murrah. Works towards the right corner. Now out to Watts. Watts into the post. Murrah trying to fight through contact. Back of the iron, no. Knocked free into the hands of Cass. He works left side of the court. Going in on his man. Floats it up. Two strong. Weak side rebound pulled down. Koenig. Koenig hands off Watts. He's free. Throws up a jumper. On the way. Banked it in.
Second one for Johnson City.
3:55 to go in the first. It's 7-3. Indians. Hefner right of the goal off the glass for two. He's got four. Frankfurt's five. Newberry to the scores table for the Redbirds. Here's Murrah. Swings right side to Johnson. Johnson skips to Watts. Watts dribbles through the lane with the right. Misses short. Knocked free. Knocked out. Staying on that end. 3:25 to go in the first. Newberry in for Cass. Johnson to throw in. Left block, they leave a man wide open and missing the layup. Underneath was Moore. And he's the last to touch as it goes out. Frankfurt takes it back, 7-5, trailing by two. The Johnson City Indians. Samples, dribbles right. Hands off Osborne, now back the other way. Newberry first touch. Swings top to Hefner. Right side, Samples. Top, it's Osborne, dribbling. Back top, Samples. Gives up Newberry. Steps into a mid-range on the way. Well, strong rebound, Moore. I think that's one where you want Chris Samples shooting that jumper, and then whenever, they dish it to Newberry, you probably want him shooting the three. Instead, made things kind of difficult. Too long on the three on the other end. It's knocked free underneath. goes out at 2:42. Johnson City keeps. Johnson throws in. Looking, finally in over the top into Koenig. Swings left to Johnson. Using a screen. Back to Koenig. Sets the feet. Triple on the way. Bounces weak side. Offensive rebound, Watts. Watts flings it up wildly. Nope. Rebound, Hefner, who controls. 2:25 to go in the first. It'll be Osborne bringing it up. Gives up Samples. Now to Hefner. Hefner, dribble move to the block with the left, blocked out. And Frankfurt keeps it on this end. But I like the aggressiveness from, Nick Hefner going after it. A couple baskets already, and I like him off the dribble there.
Yeah, I mean, we need more guys doing that. Like, you got to attack the rim and you got to try to make something when anything's broken. Frankfurt's got a lot of broken plays going down.
Hefner right at the goal again, looking for contact. No foul. Other way we go. Johnson, good crossover move. Get around his man. He works it into the corner. And knocked free. Osborne, other way, trying to beat everyone back. Left side, lays it in for two. We're tied at 7 with 1:50 to go in the first.
So that's one guy right there we really need to start getting going. If we have Osborne and Hefner really going on all cylinders, I think we'd be tough to beat.
Johnson, top to Murrah. Bounces to Moore. Out. Johnson triple no. Around. Good box out from Scales underneath. And Samples comes away with the board. He's got it out top. Dribbles towards the right. Here's Newberry. Working baseline. Gets to the goal. Right block. Goes up. Bounces off the front of the rim. And a rebound by Moore. I'll say they're letting him play right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like one of these kind of games. Refs will let you get away with a lot.
Left block. Spinning. Murrah has to kick out. Top to Moore. Now Johnson. One dribble gives up Watts. Dribbles towards the goal with the right. Throws it up. Rebound into the hands of Samples. Skips ahead. Osborne under the goal. Misses the layup. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. It's 7 apiece. Frankfurt couldn't get their first lead. Johnson off the dribble. Murrah through the lane with the right. He's fouled. He's going to the line. 36 seconds to go in the first. 7-7 your score from the Murfreesboro Sophomore Tournament between West Frankfurt and Johnston City. Foul there went on Scales, his first, team second. First one is good. Second one on the way. Made them both. JC back up 9-7. Samples brings it up. His team trailing by 2. Dribbling to the right. Gives up to Osborne. Osborne off the dribble. Gives up. Here's Samples. Dribbles. For 2. We're tied again. Down to 5. Down to 4. Johnson. Is he going to get it off? He does. And it's short. 9-9 through 1. We'll hear from sponsors. Come back, give you the second. The Indians and Redbirds on Redbirds Live.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort. IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Tennessee, Indianapolis, Ohio, Illinois, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Please feel free to contact us for any management needed for your property. Feel free to reach out with any questions to Bobby and Iris Kazadi.
The city of West Frankfort is proud to support the students of Frankfort Community High School. The future is in the youth of our community. Go Redbirds.
Kids Corral Incorporated, celebrating 25 years serving the children and families of Southern Illinois. Owned and operated by Jana King and Kristen Cass. Kids Corral in West Frankfort.
Quarter two just underway, and Johnson City's going to start with the basketball, and it's a quick turnover. Newberry steals it, brings it into the half court, bouncing through the left block. He's fouled, and he'll shoot two. Newberry and the defender, I mean, they were banging bodies all the way down, and finally get the whistle. Newberry shooting two. First one up, first one no good. Second one, missing them both. Frankfort empty that trip, still can't get the lead. 9-9. Here comes Koenig. Swings it left. Henderson's in first time for Johnston City. Sophomore, that's Wyatt Henderson. And he'll be the one throwing in on the sideline. Johnston City gets it in. It's corner to Moore. Moore bouncing, turns it over. Newberry again with it. Gives it up, Cass. Cass, right block, back to Newberry in front of the goal. Banks it in off the glass for two. Frankfort leads at 11-9. 7:05 to go first half. Redbirds up by two.
Tell you what, I really like Frankfurt in the zone here. They've forced 3 turnovers since they switched to it.
Cass going to try a three. It's good. Frankfort's lead is 5, 14-9. Also in Burton for Johnson City, and JC's going to turn it over again. See more subs coming for Johnson City. Minute and a half into the second. Frankfort ball leading by 5. Samples. Dribbles top, gives to Newberry. Works to the right, picks up the dribble, casts through the lane. Left side going up, missing. Trying to get his own rebound. It's loose on the floor. And it's going to be loose and saved by the Indians. Skipped ahead. Here's Koenig. He'll go at Osborne. Right block. Get it off the glass. Missing short. Offensive rebound and out of bounds off Frankfort. Johnson City ball trailing your Redbirds by 5. Go into the post. Spinning. Going up in front of the goal. No good that time was Andrew Keith for Johnson City. It's knocked free. Stolen. Koenig. Right block. Bounces left. Johnson banks it in. Trey Johnson with 2. It's 14-11. Frankfort leading by 3. Another turnover for the Redbirds. Other way. Koenig to the goal. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. 5:19 to go first half. Now the Redbirds are the ones starting to turn it over.
Yeah, just a few possessions. It improves when you turn the ball over. A basket. Now you got 14 for John City at the line shooting free throws.
No good from Koenig. He's got one more. That foul went on Chris Samples, his first, team first. One of 2 that time. Redbirds. Here's Scales. Corner to Osborne. Trying to work baseline. Had it knocked free, and he lost it out of bounds. Ooh, and Frankfurt catches a big break. They're going to stay it staying down here. We had a pretty good view of that one, and it looked like it was
Yeah.
off. You gotta say it. You don't say it too loud, or they might change the call.
Well, I was about to say, I think half our team was heading down to the other side of the court. And they turned around and shocked.
Samples to throw in. Over the top, Newberry. Here's Cass off the dribble with the left. Too strong. Knocked free underneath Newberry. Trying to find an angle. There's nothing there. Out the Scales. Osborne's wide open for a three on the way. It's short. Rebound to Koenig. And then it's turnover. Cass going in. Missing the layup. No foul. Newberry's layup is good. Wasn't pretty, but Frankfurt gets two. And then Newberry's hobbling back after the layup. She'll need help getting off the court. 4:29 to go in the first half. Frankfurt leading at 16-12.
It was a good steal by Cass, and then a good transition defense from John City Indians come over and stop that going down. Luckily, we had some other Redbirds hustling back and get a rebound, put it back up there. Newberry got his his second basket of the night for 4 points. Redbirds staying in the zone.
Into the post. Murrah, right side. Front of the goal, nope. Rebound, Hefner had it knocked away, and Murrah's got two, and he's fouled. Got to protect the ball underneath the opponent's basket. That's a gift of a basket there. And he's going to be at the line shooting one. Foul's going to go on Hefner. His first, team second. Free throw, no. Rebound, Osborne. Here's Sample. It's top to Osborne. Swings to Hefner. Working left around his man. He's fouled, and if it's got to be on Watts, right? He called it on Murrah and looked like a pretty clean block on Murrah's part. I thought maybe it was going to go on Watts on the body, but man, Frankfurt's lucky to be at the line. Free throw, no good. One more here from Hefner. Free throw, good. 17-14, Frankfurt by 3. With 3:50 to go first half.
Yeah, I think Frankfurt's really fortunate to be up 3 right now. Especially, I think they play a lot better.
Osborne steals it, and then he gave it up. And JC ties the ball game. Cass fakes, goes into the paint, gives up Hefner. Top Samples. Samples dribbles right. Gives it up. Here's Hefner. Back door, Cass. Bounces opposite block. Scales banks it in for two. He was hit underneath.
This first half, they ain't calling a lot of expected fouls that you would think would be called.
Skip pass. Into the corner. Murrah, three. Well, strong rebound. Osborne, take care of it. Gives it up to Hefner. Hefner. Now to Samples. 2:45 to go first half. Dribbles to the right, gives Cass. He's got a lane, gives it up Hefner. Hefner spinning in the paint, throws it up, rolls around the rim and pops out. Another decent look. I mean, that's where you want to be taking your shots if you're Frankfurt. Here's Johnson, swings right side, Koenig. Into the corner, it's Watts. Guarded by Cass, trying to work baseline on him, has to give it up. Murrah on the move through the lane. He's got two. Tied again. Winner plays the winner of Steelville and Trico, 12:45 on Saturday. Losers going home. Top it Samples, bounces to Cass. Cass gives it back Scales. Now Hefner at the top. Scales gives up Cass. One dribble gives up Hefner. Hefner right of the lane. Here's Scales. Hefner picks up the dribble, gives Osborne. Osborne now bounces Scales, trying to work baseline. He's cut off. Skips out top. Osborne working towards his right. Spins into the lane. Throws it up for good for two. And I look like he might have got smacked on the arm going up.
Yeah, no, it's you know, good job for him for staying strong and still going up with it. And you getting the shot at the fall, but he has to be shooting a free throw there, right?
Stolen. Samples kicks it ahead. Osborne bounces. Hefner gets his man to blow by him, and he's got a layup. And Frankfurt's leading it by 4 with a minute to play in the first half.
That's all you can ask for right there. Just a nice shot fake, go up, wide open layup. That's all you need to ask for right there.
Frankfurt up 4. Murrah skips it. Johnson. Now Koenig. Koenig inside the arc, gives up Watts. Throw up a high arcing three. No good. And it's going to be underneath, staying in. Back out. Koenig. Pass fake. Long two, nope. Rebound. Tapped around underneath. Offensive rebound. Murrah. He's spinning. He's called for a travel. Frankfurt dodges a couple of offensive rebounds, and they're going to get the ball up 4 with 33 seconds left in the first half. I think you let this bleed down for a little bit. It's final
Yeah,
30
definitely.
seconds.
You let this go until the end of the second half.
Samples, backdoor to Cass. Frankfurt's going right after it, and it's a quick, empty trip. 20 seconds to go, first half. Johnson City with the ball. Here's Johnson. Crossover dribble through the lane, kicks out Koenig. Now Watts down to 10. Watts with the right, got it. It's a risk you take when you try going for a basket. Down to 5, down to 4. Hefner sees the clock. 2, throws it up at the buzzer, and it's too strong. So Frankfurt goes into the half with a 2-point lead rather than a 4.1. And yeah, I don't see the benefit of trying to go that quick and getting a shot that you could have gotten at any point. But 23-21. We'll hear from some of our sponsors. Come back, give it a halftime recap.
Howell Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Howell Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 937-4000.
Contact Power Wash Plus for a free quote on all your residential or commercial pressure washing needs. Professionally operated and fully insured. Call Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505 for more information. That's Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505.
Kids Corral Incorporated, celebrating 25 years serving the children and families of Southern Illinois. Owned and operated by Gina King and Kristen Cass. Kids Corral in West Frankfort.
Redbirds Live, brought to you by the partners of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, including former West Frankfort High School dual sport standout Lance Brown and fellow West Frankfort alumni and veteran Matthew Caraway. The law firm of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates are proud members of the West Frankfort community and proud servants of all of Southern Illinois.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Tennessee, Indianapolis, Ohio, Illinois, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Please feel free to contact us for any management needed for your property. Feel free to reach out with any questions to Bobby and Iris Kazadi.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, They're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. Wallace Industrial in West Frankfort.
Experience a taste of Mexico at La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant. We have the best food and drinks for the whole family to enjoy. See you tomorrow, amigos.
With an award-winning body shop right here in West Frankfort, Illinois, Wicks is your hometown Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealer. Come out and visit us in person or online at gregweeks.com. Your hometown dealership, right on the price, right off I-57.
The city of West Frankfort is proud to support the students of Frankfort Community High School. The future is in the youth of our community. Go Redbirds.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
Okay, at the half, it's 23-21. This halftime break brought to you by Kids Corral in West Frankfort. And let's get to the halftime stat sheet. And as always, that is sponsored to you by the City of West Frankfort.
Start off with the J.C. Johnston City Indians. Koenig with 1, Johnson with 2, Moore with 3, Watts with 6, and around the scoring off for the Indians, Murrah with 9. The Indians had a total of 10 turnovers in the first and second quarter. Move over to the West Frankfort Redbird side. Cass with 3, Scales with 3, Newberry with 4, Osborne with 6, and around the scoring off for the Redbirds, Hefner with 7. The Redbirds had a total of 6 turnovers in the first half. A lot better job of taking care of the ball compared to that first game we saw on Saturday.
Yeah, both teams struggled at the line, though. 3 of 7 was Johnson City. Frankfort just 2 of 6. So points left out there, both sides at the line. But, yeah, you're right. Was improved, and they got to keep it going if they want to win this game.
Yeah, definitely. Just play that first half like you played the second. You set yourself up to win.
Winner plays either Stillville or Trico, whichever team wins that ball game. 12:45 on Saturday. Losers going home. Frankfort begins with the basketball here to begin the second half. Here's Osborne. It's top to Scales. Knocked out. Frankfort keeps. 14 seconds in here in the third. It's 23-21 West Frankfort. Osborne looking in the post. Nothing there. Through the lane. It's to Scales, who makes the basket, and he's fouled.
We'll take one of those for sure.
Frankfort normally doesn't get that break.
No.
At least they haven't in this gym these past few nights. Seems like all them breaks are going the other way, but nice finish there from Scales. Foul's going to go on Moore, his second. Free throw, no. Offensive rebound. Samples, quick three, no. Head the other way. Top, it's Johnson. Dribbles near the corner, cut off. It ends up with Koenig in front of the goal for 2. 25-23, 7:05 to go in the third. Top, it's Samples. Gives up Hefner. Here's Cass. Takes through the lane, gives Samples. Dribble handoffs from the Redbirds. Cass bounces Scales in the post. Kicks out to Samples. Osborne off the dribble. Around his man, had it knocked away, and he was going to get to the basket for a layup. Instead, had it knocked free. Koenig kicks. It's knocked out by Cass. 6:34 to go in the third. JC keeps it. Johnson throwing in. No one picks up more, and he misses. And then a tie up.
Not too sure about that one.
Shouldn't it be Johnson City basketball? Should be Johnson City ball here. Johnson will throw in. Into Koenig, free for three. It's no good. Offensive rebound and a basket underneath for Moore. We're tied at 25. Hefner, right corner. Now he works towards the goal. Right block, takes his time, throws it in with the right hand. And he's been real patient when he's had his chances, and he's not too quick to just fling it up. He waits for the right moment.
Yeah, a lot better performance tonight from Heifer so far. 9 points, 4 rebounds.
Redbirds with it again after a strip, and they're up two. Look to get it back to a two-possession lead. Samples dribbling towards the left. Might have had Cass backdoor. Samples instead steps into a long two. Going to be saved in by Scales, but into Johnson for the Indians. Johnson brings it up, gives to Koenig, skips into the corner. Here's Moore. Close out from Scales. Murrah gives top, or instead tries to pass into the paint, and it's picked off by Scales. Thought he was just going to give it up to Watts, and maybe he should have. Here's Hefner. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. This is a chance where Frankfort can take advantage, be big, because Johnson City's struggling on their offensive side. Through contact, layup falls off from Osborne. 4:45 left in the quarter number 3. Cass up on Watts. Watts dribbles, gives up. Here's Koenig. Dribbles towards the right corner, gives to Watts. Trying to work baseline. Under the goal, gives opposite block. Murrah around his man, and he's got two, and we're tied again. Samples takes his time bringing it up. Now begins working downhill, works right side. Here's Cass. Back Sample, swings top to Hefner. Hefner. Couple dribbles, gives it up, works right corner. Here's Scales, swings left. Osborne thought about a shot, didn't take it. Gives Hefner. Hefner, now corner to Cass. Around the perimeter, here's Scales, or to Samples. Now Scales to Cass. Here's Hefner, 3:35 left third, kick ball. Frankfort keeps it, 3:36 left in the third. Henderson back in for Johnston City. Pass into Scales, and it's knocked free. Other way, Johnson floats it up, and JC's back up too. 29-27. Osborne, right, spins, and gets an easy basket. Once he was able to spin and be able to gather, it's going to be an easy finish. And hasn't been able to finish a lot of those today, and that was a good one there. Frankfurt's going to force a turnover. Other way, Osborne with two more. Redbirds back up two. Osborne up to 10. Knocked out of bounds on the far sideline. Johnson City keeps it. 2:49 left in the third. Here's Koenig. Kicks out. Johnson, high arcing three, no good. Offensive rebound inside that time. And they reset. Watts worked into the corner. That's Henderson. Back opposite side. 2:20 left in the third. 31-29 Frankfort. Free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound Scales. Gives to Hefner, and he'll bring it up. Hefner dribbling in on his man. Kicks out. Cass. Three ball on the way is good. Timeout Frankfort. 2:04 left in the third, leading at 34-29. Timeout brought to you by Hal Insurance in West Frankfort.
You know, I understand, the time out there. Maybe Coach Search want to talk about some, but you know, 7 points pretty quickly. I'd keep him out there on the floor and see if we can keep riding this momentum and start building some more points. We know how Frankfurt teams usually do in timeouts and coming out of them, and we usually cool down pretty well in a timeout. But yeah, great stint here. You got it up 5 now, starting to actually build a foundation, and you got to keep riding off this. Got to come out and keep firing.
Yeah, because we're coming up on the closing parts of the game. I mean, we just got 10 minutes and 4 seconds left. And, I mean, if you can keep building this lead and finding some stability on the offensive end to where you're not turning it over, you're getting clean looks, and they kick out. It's the most open look they've had all night. There's been 2 open 3 looks. It's been Cassidy's made both of them.
Hmm.
So, I mean, if Frankfurt can find that and work off that, these friendly rims over here at Murphy, as they always are, I mean, if you can find an open jump shooter and he can get in a rhythm, you can start working and you can really build on something. And it's good to have that option. Frankfurt doesn't have a lot of guys wanting to shoot threes over here. So it's good to see Cass. Probably, I think, what, 2 of 2 from behind the arc, maybe 2 of 3, and let's give him more looks. And it starts with the ball movement.
Yeah, you gotta find guys open. You gotta move that ball around the perimeter a lot better. I really think Frankfurt should stay in the zone the rest of this game. John City seems like they have a lot of problems with zone defense.
And that's near the sidelines. Nicely saved in by Watts. I thought for sure that was going to end up going out. Here's Watts in the corner. Murrah. Elbow jumper's good. Quick 3 up from Cass. No. Scales had it. It's bounced to Osborne. Now Scales left, or Cass. Parker Allen first time in. Osborne right side 3 up. No. And now Frankfurt's just throwing threes up. 1:20 left in the third. Leading by 3. That's good to have that, but you don't want to become reliant on it. First possession out of that, Frankfurt threw two of them up real quick. You're going to get a travel on Murrah going the other way. I'm John City. I'd like to get him going again. You know, he looked good off, the dribble around the elbow area in the first half. Kind of went away from it. Maybe the zone had something to do with it, but he just got a basket there. I think John City needs to go through him, especially with the zone.
Yeah, he's a big body. He's got 13 points, 4 rebounds, and him and Moore have done a good job of rebounding the ball well tonight. But he seems like he could be a guy where if they need a quick 2 or a quick bucket of any kind, yeah, he could get it.
Osborne gets in the paint. He gets 2 more. 36-31 West Frankfort. 45 seconds left here in the third. Redbirds looking to extend their stay over here in Murfreesboro. Watts bounces post to Murrah. Looking to get free. Does. Top of the arc 3. Good from Johnson. That's the problem when you help off the jump shooter. You better get back quick. Frankfurt couldn't get a hand up in Johnson's face. Redbirds leading by just 2. Corner. Cass. He's free again. On the way. Got it. Down to just 15 seconds. Now under that, Frankfurt leading by 5. Can they get a stop? 39-34, under 10. Watts is wide open. 3 on the way is good. He's wide open. Quickly in. Samples at the buzzer. Missing just short. It's right on line, but short. 3 threes, the final 3 possessions combined. 39-37 through 3. Got a good finish here on Redbirds Live.
Redbirds Live, brought to you by the partners of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, including former West Frankfort High School dual sport standout Lance Brown and fellow West Frankfort alumni and veteran Matthew Carroll. The law firm of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates are proud members of the West Frankfort community and proud servants of all of Southern Illinois. Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. Wallace Industrial in West Frankfort. With an award-winning body shop right here in West Frankfort, Illinois, Wicks is your hometown Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealer. Come out and visit us in person or online at gregweeks.com. Your hometown dealership, right on the price, right off I-57.
All right, here we go in the fourth. It's 39-37. Frankfort with 1 quarter to go, leading it by 2. And they're going to begin with the ball. It's important here. Try to get a quick score, especially with John City hitting back-to-back threes.
Yeah, they're firing from the 3-point arc. Let's get something quick here and let's start defending that 3-point perimeter because they're probably gonna stay with it for a little bit.
Osborne through the lane on the left side, uses the right hand for 2. He's got 14. Frankfurt's up by 4. Johnson, it's tipped away by Samples. Other way up ahead, Osborne bounces cast. Right block with the left for 2 as he falls to the floor, and Frankfurt's got their largest lead at 6. Koenig quickly through the lane, floating it up high. No, knocked around. Scales has it for Frankfort. Outlet to Hefner. Hefner bounces ahead, and a good take foul that time from Johnson, or else the Redbirds would have been up by 8. So they had some guys leaking out the other way.
Yeah, definitely. Frankfurt playing really well right now, and fortunate to get a foul call there, and up 6 right now. You just gotta take care of the ball.
Here's Osborne dribbling at the top. He gives it up. Koenig, layup for 2. That's not a good look. Getting it taken away from you just out in the open court with the 6-point lead. That's the worst case. Out of any turnover, you don't want that. That's the last one you want. Osborne, corner to Hefner, 6:45 left. They swing it around the perimeter. Osborne in the left corner. Koenig up on him. He kicks it out top to Hefner. Hefner, dribble move, throws it out of bounds. 6:34 left. Through the lane. That's going to be going the other way. .26 left in the contest. Hefner to throw into Osborne, back to Hefner. You can hear Coach Sertich being real, blunt with his words over there, saying, "Guys, we're winning the ball game. Settle down and take your time in your offense."
Yeah, I mean you could hold the ball for the next 6 minutes. I mean,
You,
I'm not gonna complain at all, but you gotta take care of the ball. We don't really need baskets right now. Not forced baskets. Where we're heavily guarded.
yeah, you got Samples there. You're trying to cut back door and get a layup, and the last touch by the Redbirds. Under 6 to play. Frankfort leads it by 4. It was just 6. Here's Watts to cut it to 2. No, rebound, Samples. Trying to trap him, and it's knocked out off JC. You come down with that, you've got 3 guys, you've got to get rid of it immediately.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta get rid of it. I mean, especially when you're getting trapped like that, especially all the way down here.
Defense falls back into the half court. Osborne walks it up. Here is Samples. 5:30 left. Picked up the dribble, gives to Osborne. Frankfort takes their time. 5 and change left. Leading it by 4. Here's Samples. Swing to Osborne. Samples short corner with it. Gives up Hefner. Ran a reach in. Murrah. Guys, can we scoot out of my camera? 4:50 left. Out top, Osborne. Dribbling towards the right. Back to Samples. This is what we meant. I mean, they're not going to pressure you. Run this clock down.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to hurt you at all if you just want to pass the ball around at the arc. And especially, I mean, if they're going to give you a wide open layup, go take it. But you don't have to force anything right now.
Frankfurt still just working around the perimeter, and it's down to 4:20 to go in the ball game. And Frankfurt's going to call timeout. 4:16 left. Timeout brought to you by La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant. Yeah, I mean, no harm done there. It's timeout you have. Might as well use it. You still got 3 left. It's not going to hurt nothing. And so far, some success there in terms of bleeding 2 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, I mean, that's needed right there, and especially if you can do this for a few possessions now, and you can tire them on defense, and when they get tired and lazy on defense, you can really take something to the rim or get a wide open shot if it's got to be pretty good looking shot. You don't want to take anything forced here. You don't want to give them more possessions on offense to try to get back into this game. You're up 4. It's a 2 possession game. It doesn't hurt to wind off a little bit of time.
Out of the timeout, Hefner gets it in the backcourt, had it knocked free from him. A lot of contact, other way we're going. And a layup. Offensive rebound, no. Hefner and the Redbirds are fortunate. Still be up 4. He's knocked around trying to get that ball back down there.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, if it's going to be like that, good. There's no call here. And Osborne's got a basket and he's fouled. Got to call that one. And Osborne finishes through the contact. And the Redbirds back up 6, and they're at the line. Foul went on Moore, his 3rd. Big free throw upcoming to get Frankfurt up by 7 points here. On the way. Good. (46-39). Redbirds with 3:45 left. Turnaround jumper, no, from Johnson. Free to Samples. 1 and done for the Indians.
Now this is a perfect time. Let's get some time off the clock. Up 7 points.
Yeah, same game plan here this time down.
Definitely, yeah.
Got a whistle. Johnson City's starting to pick up on that, so they're taking some fouls. It's going to be the second on Johnson, 1 away from putting Frankfurt in the bonus. Here's Hefner. 3:15 left. Redbirds can get time off the clock, and they'll be able to play again on Saturday. Foul on Murrah. His 3rd. And it puts Hefner at the line as Frankfurt's into the bonus. First one good. It was back and forth until late in the 3rd. And, the Redbirds able to pull away a tad here, and you like yourself with a 9-point lead with 3:10 left. Look good to this point here in the 4th. 48-39. Koenig gives to Johnson. Throws up a shot. It's around and out. Tapped around. Scales in there fighting for it. Got a tie up. Staying on this end. 3 minutes left. Johnson to throw in. Into the corner. Watts, high arcing 3 is short. Right into the hands of Hefner. Hefner's going to work right sideline. Work back towards the middle. Take his time. Reverse it to Osborne. Let him come across the center line. 2:45 left. Watts comes out on Osborne. Gives to Hefner. Now back to Osborne. Right side. He's going to the goal before the shot. Got a whistle. It's going to be the fourth on Murrah. If they're taking fouls, I don't think he needs to be the one doing it.
Yeah, no, he's got 4 now, and I think he gets one more, and if he's out of this game, it's going to be pretty close to done for the Indians.
Yeah, it's already they're against the odds here with trailing by 10 after Osborne hits the first. Frankfurt leads it by 11 with 2:35 left.
Man, I like seeing the score when we're up 11. It feels good.
Still work to be done. And that smile will get a little bigger once we get that 2:30 down to 0 on the clock. Here's Johnson. He's always a threat to throw it up. Thrown up a couple. It's redirected more. It's going to go out of bounds. Frankfurt basketball. 2:18 left. Samples in to Hefner. Back to Samples. Johnson trying to get the ball from him. Frankfurt works it into the half court. Left block. Scales under the goal for 2. 2 minutes left. And Frankfurt's lead is 13. Watts off the dribble. Spins, kicks out. Much needed Koenig triple on the way. No. Rebound Hefner. They send guys at him. Outlet to Samples. And they reach in on Johnson. That's going to put Samples at the line with 1:48 left. How about the Redbirds second half? Really took charge.
Man, yeah, especially late in that third, going into this fourth quarter, it looked like a totally different team out there. It's team playing with some passion for the game of basketball and really coming out here, putting up some points, looking like a team that's been together for a long time.
Free throw good. One more for Samples. Second one on the way. Around no good. Johnson City trailing by 14 with the ball. They leave Johnson wide open. That's not a good decision, but he misses strong. He's been cold the last couple throws up at the arc or from behind the arc, and as a team, Johnson City's went ice cold in the most crucial part of the ball game. 1:25 left. We'll see how long they keep fouling, but if they keep missing and they keep falling behind even more, eventually they're going to have to call off the dogs here and
Yeah.
just, figure out that they're not going to win. Scales swings Osborne. 1:10 left. Frankfurt leading at 53-39. They send a double at him. Osborne gets around everyone to the goal. He's going to the line. He took the opportunity. He's going to get free throws again. Only thing you don't like is the clock stops, but bleeding more clock. You're still not giving up points, so it really doesn't hurt when the clock stops if they're not scoring on this other end. But really good closeout of this ball game from the Redbirds. And I thought for sure it was going to be a wire to wire, back and forth to finish, but Redbirds put that out of their mind.
Yeah, I mean they came in the second half really playing, good basketball, taking advantage of what they were given, making the most out of what they got. This is a team that was pretty fun to watch tonight, and would definitely, as a fan, would come and watch them again.
It's safe to say it's a little bit more fun to watch tonight than it was Saturday.
A lot more fun, a lot more, much more fun.
1 minute left. Another empty trip for Johnston City, and it sounds like they're calling the guys off or don't foul from their bench. Parker Allen in. First time. Peyton Allen in. First time. Couple of freshmen for West Frankfurt. 40 seconds. Hefner swings to Peyton Allen. He waits for Hefner to come back and come get it. Swing to Osborne. Corner to Scales. Out to Hefner. And when Johnston City did pressure Frankfurt, for the most part, the Redbirds did a good job of, not pressuring anything in terms of passes or shots. And another basket, they're up 18. There's a three from Johnson. Too little, too late.
Yeah, I mean this game's cooked. It's up 15 points, 10 seconds left.
Peyton Allen with it, gives it up. Frankfurt's moving on. 57-42, they knock off Johnston City. 15-point win. It was tight through three, and the Redbirds just had their way in the fourth quarter. 57-42, Johnson City's going home, and the Redbirds are moving on. We'll see them Saturday. We'll hear from some sponsors. Wrap up our coverage here on Redbirds Live.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. Wallace Industrial in West Frankfort.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Tennessee, Indianapolis, Ohio, Illinois, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Please feel free to contact us for any management needed for your property. Feel free to reach out with any questions to Bobby and Iris Kazadi.
With an award-winning body shop right here in West Frankfort, Illinois, Wicks is your hometown Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealer. Come out and visit us in person or online at gregweeks.com. Your hometown dealership right on the price, right off I-57.
Kids Corral Incorporated, celebrating 25 years serving the children and families of Southern Illinois. Owned and operated by Gina King and Kristen Cass. Kids Corral in West Frankfort.
Redbirds Live, brought to you by the partners of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, including former West Frankfort High School dual sport standout Lance Brown and fellow West Frankfort alumni and veteran Matthew Carroll. The law firm of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates are proud members of the West Frankfort community and proud servants of all of Southern Illinois.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
Contact Power Wash Plus for a free quote on all your residential or commercial pressure washing needs. Professionally operated and fully insured. Call Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505 for more information. That's Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505.
Howell Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Howell Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 937-4000.
Make light work of everything with Honda's top-of-the-line family of Pioneer 1000 side-by-sides. All models sport a best-in-class engine and an exclusive 6-speed automatic dual-clutch transmission. Then there's the 1005 models, equipped with Honda's quick-flip seating that seats up to 5 passengers. So find your next Honda Pioneer today at Bill Galatich Honda in West Frankfort.
Experience a taste of Mexico at La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant. We have the best food and drinks for the whole family to enjoy. See you tomorrow, amigos.
E.R. Brown Furniture has been providing West Frankfort and Southern Illinois communities quality furniture for 109 years. E.R. Furniture has the largest selection of lazy boy furniture and can help you find your next recliner, sofa, or love seat. E.R. Brown Furniture can provide delivery and set up to your home as well. E.R. Brown Furniture, downtown West Frankfort.
The city of West Frankfort is proud to support the students of Frankfort Community High School. The future is in the youth of our community. Go Redbirds.
People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois since 1909. We believe that great customer service along with a wide variety of products will meet all of your banking needs. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
McDonald's, family owned and operated. Moreland Bishop McDonald's has 21 locations to serve you.
The West Frankfort Aquatic and Activity Center are proud partners of Redbirds Live. Come check out our heated indoor swimming pool, fitness center, and basketball gym. Stop by for a visit, or you can contact us at 618-937-1665.
Final score 57-42 from the Murfreesboro Sophomore Tournament here on Monday, February 26th. And the West Frankfort Redbirds get that victory over Johnson City. They're moving on, and they'll play Saturday at 12:45 against the winner of this upcoming game between Stillville and Trico. We thank you for tuning in here in our post game, brought to you by IBI Management. And quickly, let's go over our box score presented by the City of West Frankfort.
Start off with Johnson City Indians. Moore with 5. Koenig with 5. Johnson with 10. Watts with 9. And around the scoring off for the Indians, Murrah with 13. The Indians had a total of 17 turnovers in this game. Move over to the West Frankfort Redbirds side. Chris Samples with 1. Taylor Newberry with 4. Will Scales with 7. Cannon Cass with 11. Nick Hefner with 11 points, 8 rebounds. And around the scoring off for the Redbirds, Quentin Osborne with 23. The Redbirds had a total of 11 turnovers in the entire game.
Yeah, and Johnson City didn't go to the line in the second half, just 3 of 7. Frankfort went there because of that late game fouling, and man, they made their free throws in the second half. Ended up 10 of 16 on the game, 8 of 10 in the second half. A big reason why they were able to get some separation.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the first half it was it was a little rocky for the Redbirds. It started to settle in coming out of halftime, and end of the third, fourth quarter was really good for them. That was the best uh, we've seen them in this tournament play a stint of basketball, and they put the score up and had a pretty good game.
Yeah, and they're back on Saturday. They stick around in this tournament, and good showing. And I based on what we saw, I don't think Frankfurt was the favorite coming into this ball game, and they came out and proved that they were the better team. They proved us and anyone who had any sort of knowledge going in wrong. Frankfurt was definitely the better team here today, and um, light years difference from what we saw last Saturday. And it's so important to get some of them guys going. And man, when you hit a jump shot, that really helps space the floor.
Yeah, it's light day difference what we saw Saturday from the Redbirds. If we would have played that way tonight, we there was no question in my mind we would have lost this game. But we persevered and we showed that we're not that kind of team. What we went out there and did tonight, that's the kind of team we are, and it showed. We won by 15, 17 points.
Give out a player of the game. That's brought to you by Melissa Walden Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort. It's Melissa Walden Shelter Insurance player of the game. Quincy, who you going with?
Player of the game for the West Frankfort Redbirds, Quentin Osborne, 23 points, 6 rebounds. I think the game would be a lot different without him out there. I think he's a guy that makes the team a lot better out on the floor, and with a pretty good game, he definitely showed that 4 points is not what he should be getting. Come out tonight, gets 23 points. Good game for Quentin Osborne, player of the game.
It's brought to you by Melissa Walden Shelter Insurance. We're back Saturday, and we got a heavy slate for Redbirds Live. We got 4 ball games starting at 12:45 with the second consolation semifinal. That'll be West Frankfort and the winner of Stillville Trico. And then we'll have, following that, the third place game at 2, consolation title game at 3:15, and then the championship at 4:30. All 4 of those games on Redbirds Live. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you Saturday afternoon from Murfreesboro on Redbirds Live.